it's not popular.
Yes, sir.
Children, they can't read Dick and Jane, but they can recite your raps. They're 3 years old, and they start quoting you. Question is, what are you feeding? You're the teacher now. You are the teacher now. You have to accept the responsibility now. Because the children are not listening to the teachers in school. They're listening to you. You are their teacher. You are their second mother and father. You have to accept some responsibility now. You never want nobody calling your mother a bitch. I'm not cussing. I'm not cussing. I'm just using it's in the dictionary. A is a dog. If somebody call your mom that hurts you. And stuff would be on. You know how we used to play the dozens? I think y'all still do sometime. But we don't like to be ranked. See? But these are games that the enemy plays. East, west. You start ranking on each other. Then before you know it, the gun is in your hand. Old days, we didn't do that. We might meet each other in the street and fight and somebody get a bloody nose. But today, man, we're burying people. We got to stop it, brothers and sisters. We have to end it here. Look, you are the teacher. Suppose you started teaching in your rap knowledge that the children need to know to fight in a racist society. Suppose you began studying the truth of your contribution to civilization and then put it in a rap. Oh, well, the promoters and whatnot, they may say, well, see, man, this is not what we're going to push. Because, see, they like to push you calling your women bitches and hoes. Go ahead. And pimping and all that kind of stuff. Because that keeps you on the level where you can be dealt with. They arrest hoes. And they arrest pimps. And they arrest hustlers. They'll let the game go on until they're ready for you. Then they're building more and more prisons every day. But it's a new form of slavery. You go in 3 strikes, you in for the rest of your life. They got next to free labor now. So they got you cleaning the highway, taking a job from somebody. They got you making license plates. They got you doing everything. So they call it a prison industrial complex. And the more you talk death and destruction and you send it down to the babies, you're feeding their minds. You are making a brain. Look at this. Look at this. Paul said that he couldn't even go to get his reward until Christ was formed in the people. Do you know who you are, man? You are a God, not a dog, but a God. The Bible says ye are all gods, children of the Most High God. That's male and female. But how can you be what you are unless you know how to be? So now, as you feed this mind, see, Christ can be formed in you. That's a powerful thing. I don't have time to go deep into this, but as a Christian pastor, I have my brothers here. These are some of the great pastors, Willie Wilson and Reverend Al Sampson. These are warriors for God and his Christ. But look, to have people in church praising, but not living. to have people saying Jesus is the answer, which he is, and you don't want to even raise the question and become an answer yourself. See, then that's hollow, that's empty. What pastors have to do today is to form Christ in the mind of the people. What do you mean, Christ? Oh, man. Christ is not just flesh and blood. Christ is a state of mind, a state of being where you become a reflection of God. That's why they call it the church of God in Christ. You got to form him. You are forming somebody with rap. But what are you forming? Think about what you're forming. Because tomorrow you'll see it played out on the streets. And as you get older and tired, you know, you don't want to gangbang no more. You're tired now. But the youth say, well, see, yo, baby, you know, this is where I learned this from you. Now you punkin', you see? And they throw that back up in your face. And then they'll come at you with the same gun to take you out saying you sold them out. What are you forming? It's going to come back on you. So I'm saying to the elected executives,
come on, leader.
Look, man.
Come on.
Don't have my brothers and sisters out here doing this crap when you know you won't accept it for yourself. You won't accept your little white children calling their mamas bitches and whores and being pimps. Why are you going to accept that from us? Because you want to keep us on that level, but we're coming after you. You're not going to continue to get away with this. You say, are you threatening me? No, I'm threatening your pocketbook. You're killing our people with that. And we got to recognize death when we see it, man. Death can come out of your mouth as well as out of a gun. Either you're killing your people or you're raising them. You decide. I would like to see you, the leaders, become the teachers and let the young people hear some rap that educates them. Since they won't go to school and they're not listening to their teacher, but they're listening to you, then you be a good teacher. You be a good leader. And if you use your skill right, you can take the youth all over the world and have them moving, grooving. Whoa. I mean, I love that thing the hip-hop generation got, that move, man. How y'all do that thing? But it's a good move. It's a rhythm, you know. Poor Jesus, you know. He was among the people. He said, I pipe to you all the day long and you have not danced. The people don't want the rhythm of right, the rhythm of truth. But I want you to have them moving, brothers, sisters. Get them moving on the way to a better life. You don't have to start fast. You know, start slow. Just ease it in. And record executives, you got to help them.
Right.
You got to pump it up. You DJs, pump it up.
Right.
See, put something on the radio that feeds a mind, not destroys a mind. Since you say a mind is a terrible thing to waste, now I'm going to close. I want you to take the armies away from the warmongers and make the young people instruments of peace.
Yes, sir.
I would like you to do that, to save the earth from another Holocaust. that will be worse than anything we've ever seen, and the power is in your hands to do it. Master P showed us a way because he became rich, and so did the brother in Miami. Yeah, Luke Skywalker. They became rich. They didn't use the distribution channel. They set up their own. See, if they won't go along with us, we got to break. No, listen. Bust it up. If it won't serve you right, bring it down. Don't be a whore for money. Fight for right and win, man. Don't let them punk you no more. We'll distribute you through every church and every mosque in America. We'll get on the street and push what you put, if what you put is worthy. We gotta force this to serve us.
Right.
May God bless you. It's all right. Just a chair falling. Great leaders of today and tomorrow, I salute you. And I implore you as your brother, who is now up in age, but I have a lot of strength, as you can tell.
Yes, sir.
And although I'll be 70 in a few more days, I intend to be around here a long time, helping my people and my Latino people and my Arab and Asian and young white people to come on up out of the bag that they've put you in. You know what? You see the war going on between the blacks and the Latinos? We can stop it. The Latino brother and the black brother and sister, you make a rap. And let everybody groove.
Yeah.
And repeat the rap until it gets in the mind. We got to stop the madness, see? And I want to see what kind of record producer you are. Will you back that? You in it to make money. We in it for money too. But we want to make a people better than what we got. And we need your help to do it. Since we're helping you to become very rich, help us to make a people worthy of God. Or, in truth, you will lose it all. God's will is not going to be frustrated. He came to make us into a great people in spite of ourselves. You're on the way to that now because each of you is troubled in your own spirit. Because there's something missing in your life and in your work. And I guarantee you, if you take up the mantle of leadership, go home and pray and ask God to allow you to use your gift and to give you words. Some of you so quick, man, you just start rapping and rhyming. Man, do that to educate the young.
Yes, sir.
All over the world.
Yes.
And I guarantee you, you can be the architect of a brand new world. That's your destiny. God has raised you at this time for that purpose. Fulfill your destiny. I thank Russell Simmons and all the organizers of this. I hope that what I've said has not hurt any of your feelings. That was not my intention. My intention was to help you to see how great you are and to call you to rise to your divinity. But you got to get through to your humanity first. May God bless you all as I greet you in peace. Thanking you for this opportunity. Assalamu alaikum. I saw a sister out there with a hand raised. She might want to ask a question. Can I ask you a question? I'm gonna hear your question. How many of you, my dear brothers and sisters, agree in principle with what the minister said? Would you just raise your hands if you agree with the principle? Oh man, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, I'll always be here for you. Whenever you get into a squabble, if you need somebody to help you make peace, I'll be by your side. Some of the greatest men right here. Suge Knight. Where's Suge? He didn't make it? Huh? Well, you tell Suge for me that Brother Farrakhan has admired him because he got something to offer. And we need to make peace between the brothers that are at odds with each other so that they can bring peace to the world. You've got to have it among yourselves. Work on it, brothers and sisters.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Sister has a question or state. Wa alaikum salam.
Me and my brother have been looking for us as far as the music, so we have a lot of hard time getting airplay from Sacramento with the lyrics and the message that we give because it has the world that is calling on there. That we don't be a self-driven system. This is very, very blessed for everyone to be.
May I? May I hear it? We have to support what is right and what is good. And when somebody comes up with something productive, let's find a way to make it work.
Let me say something, brother.
Yes, sir.
I want to say something to this sister because one of the things that we're doing is educating young A&R directors.
Ask Mamie.
A lot of what
Where's Mamie?
young people who go to work in this industry have on their minds because of their disconnect with their community. When you go to, and I visit many high schools all over the country, and when you find that these rap records are one thing, but when you ask the kids in the school, they have books of rhymes or books of poetry. And you hear these hip-hoppers, they say they in the street, but really they are disconnected with the consumers who are buying their records. If your record is good, it will stand on its own. You wake up on different sides of the bed and you can talk about different ideas. And the fact is, truth and honesty sells. And the one important thing I want to get across is truth sells. Always did. Integrity and honesty last forever. When you are fake prankster rapper, and many rappers are poets at heart, poets, not gangsters, they got a different thing on their mind, and their career fizzles because they say they're gangsters when they're really just poets. And their job is to say something that's in their heart. And I see it constantly. And I've seen it, and young people who go to work every day and go home with their girl and talk about being pimps. And their girl's the ruler of the household. I see it constant. And I know that kids want to hear the truth, and that's why rap lost 17% of its growth, 17% last year alone because of the disconnect that you have with your community as rappers. The R&B singers are telling the truth. And they're taking your money. But they're hip-hoppers too, so it don't matter to me. But when you listen to the Lauryn Hill, who's bigger than all of y'all, listen to the artists who are coming today, the Jill Scotts, they're telling the truth too, and they're your consumers. I'm sorry, brother, you got a question? I just want to say that because it's in my heart and I see it. And I'm watching my poetry show. It's got bigger ratings than your rap shows. And those are kids that are telling the truth, and they're hip-hoppers.
Come on.
Greetings.
Peace.
Peace. Brothers and sisters, I saw my little sister in the audience, and I wanted to bring up, this is the first daughter of our great brother Muhammad Ali. This is Mariam Ali, also a rapper, former rapper. Used to be.
I was trying to be positive. It's so positive.
She said, I tried to be positive and you couldn't sell positive. But we have to make positive saleable.
Yes, sir.
And it will sell. And you know what, my dear young brothers and sisters? Don't be like the politicians who wet their finger and see which way the wind is blowing. Be a trailblazer and lead people to new levels of thought with your creative genius. I have to run. May God bless each and every one of you. Have your hand up for a question? Wa alaikum salam.
I just would like to have the honor, if you could give us the title of the song, we're going to get right to it.
That's right.
I tell you, you know what my subject was today? It was on the way of peace. And if you can say, let's not make war, let's make peace. Because the peacemaker is the real children of God.
Yes, sir.
Let's not make war. Let's make peace. And you young people, become peacemakers among yourselves and then spread it to your adult population. You're the leaders. Go on and lead.
Yes, sir.
I'm an old man for counsel. Young men for war.
Yes, sir. My statement is to the panel. Just for a second. I want everybody in the panel that's successful and unsuccessful, first of all, to say thank you, Brother Minister Farrakhan, for your blessings. We got 25 years of war to my right, with Brother right here, Big Cat, and Brother Rack, Brother Bone, Brother Cubone. We got Brother Quickenhouse and other bloods. We got brothers and sisters in here that's been at war for 25 years, that's right here on this front row. We are the peacemakers on the street, Brother Minister, with the help of Mos 27 and a bunch of other people. Brothers like Big Cat, myself, Mad Bone, we dying. The blood is up to the horse's bridle. And you once said to us that he that controls the diameter of your thinking controls the circumference of your move. So therefore, the thought of our mind is being controlled by you, but yet when we knock at your door with peace, we can't get in because we don't have a Rolex watch. We can't get in, we gotta go through Tony Muhammad to get to you. But we the peacemakers, we the ones dying on the street. We 34-year-old girl. Our homies got their brains blown out. The funeral parlor's making money off of us. But when we call your house and up to your A&R joint, we can't get in. Let me show you how peace is done. Big Cat, where you from? 60. But homie, where you from?
Hey, Trey.
Show me peace is, homie. We don't need no new. We don't need no new. That's peace. That's real. That's the killing. If you can start the killing with these two games right here, if you can start the killing with these games right here, then everything else is elementary. So don't come in here talking about no fancy alligator shoes and no Rolex watch. Because we done knocked at your door. We in the streets every day in the trenches, dying. All my homies is dead. Excuse me, sir. Lost God. The bottom line is, homie, we knocking at your door again. And we ain't no hoodwink, bamboozle, no spine Negroes. We are the minister's partner. And y'all don't see us, but we see you.
Thank you, brother. May Allah bless you all. Got to roll. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Gate. Love you, man. Give I love and congratulations.
I respect and honor
One of the photo op. Are you supposed to do that?
Would you please allow me to make an exit?
May Allah bless you, brother. You paid a price.
I respect.
You can lead our people right from this chair. Go on and do it, man. Here.
We now going to through on
Thank you, sister. Love you.
guidance that we
My pleasure. Love you, man. Take care.
let's show our respect to one another. Let's show our respect to the ministry. Let's show our respect
Thank you. Allah bless you,
that we
brother.
heard today. There's still minutes outside
I'm okay.